welcome to my Eurovision diary. I was hoping to actually put online a rather larger diary full of video clips from my camera that I took in Helsinki. Unfortunately, for once, technology has beaten me, and I was unable to actually move most of them onto an iMovie, as well as more modern commentary. I had a brilliant time there. It was fantastic actually meeting many thanks to all of you who came up to me and shook my hand and gave me hugs and were terribly supportive and sweet. I saw loads of people there, fans, journalists, Eurovision experts. Terry Wogan, Mr. Wogan, and his lovely wife Helen, the present Mrs. Wogan, Kevin Bishop, who used to be, of course, my junior assistant when I was running Eurovision and now running the whole thing for the BBC, who looked at me and said, "Oh my God!" And I said, Kevin, at least you've got my name right, when I rushed up to them in a restaurant and said hello. A really good trip. Also, all my Eurovision friends, Jonathan and Peter and Paul, of course, and Fred Bronson, the famous Billboard chart commentator, who said to me, "I've booked for Belgrade next year because Serbia are going to win by a mile." And I have to say, I agreed with him. I thought Serbia were fantastic. Great voice. I don't think there were any real hits in the competition this year, as opposed to 5 or 6 last year. But the girl with the glasses who sang for Serbia had a wonderful voice, and the arrangement of the other girls was fantastic. And I thought it was far and away the best. So for me, bollocks to this talk about block voting. People voted for Serbia because it was the best. They voted for Ukraine, which I personally didn't like at all, because it was the most spectacular and the most enthusiastic. And the reason the Eastern countries are doing better than the West at the moment is because they're putting more effort into it. They care more. Many thanks also to Anthony, who covered it for the tip sheet, and Glenn, who organised my accreditation absolutely brilliantly, although you may see that I'm actually technically a BBC person, which, as we know, is far from the truth these days, sadly. I'd really like to run the contest again. I think we could have a win for Britain. Remember, nobody voted for Great Britain for 16 years. Terry Wogan and everybody said, it's a disaster, they'll never vote for Britain. It was all then Scandinavian bloc voting and Greek bloc voting and so on. And of course, we put in a genuine hit by a genuine performer, Katrina, with her Waves and Love Shine a Light exactly 10 years ago. And we won, getting virtually 12 points from everybody. So please don't give me all this rubbish about it's all political voting and the UK can never win again. After 16 barren years, I did organise a win, and we can do it again if only our entry is decent. Better than the bloody ghastly Scooch.
And this is your Uncle Don saying good night. Good night, little kids, good night.